One thing I've learned about life is that you might be telling yourself people have gone far, people have gone far, people have gone far, especially when it comes to content creation and entertainment in general, like music, sports, acting, skit making, just being an influencer. You'll be telling yourself people have gone far. If I start now, how will I get to where these people are? You're not even thinking of overtaking now. You're probably just thinking, how will I get to where these people are? Maybe you're seeing 900 million followers, if there's anyone that has that. You're thinking, when will I get to 500 million followers? When will I get to 1 million followers? When will I get my 4,000 watch hours on YouTube? There's something that I've learned, and I don't know if this is God showing me or me just experiencing it from life, because people tend to want to argue with me when I say I don't know if God speaks to me. So let's not get into that argument. I've learned that people are always seeking something new, something different, something more. That means you might be thinking some people are the number one now, the number one skit makers, the top people, they have a league, but a time is coming when people will just no longer be interested in those people. They're still there. They're probably still charging high prices, but the brands don't need them anymore. The brands want different faces. Probably new faces, probably younger faces. Look at Ira Star. Look at how the industry was before Ira Star came. People were thinking, oh, nobody else will be as phenomenal as Tiwa Savage. But guess what? Ira has her audience, Tiwa has her audience, and the good thing about Ira is that she came into this industry at a time when her generation needed her kind of music.
You can never be the man I stand. Oh, you can never be the one for me. Take away your trouble and live with me. Yeah.
See the way Ide Rush just took over TikTok. It was her generation, her people, her kind. See the way Vibe Killer took over the internet. It was her generation, her people, her kind, her time. Same goes for Rema. Rema is someone that switched. He switched or he spanned through these platforms. Rema went from a time when people were actually, what's the other way that we used to get music before, to then moving to the TikTok. He became the TikTok Afrobeat guy. Ask anyone around the world. Between last year and this year, I've been privileged to travel to about 5 countries, and every time they're mentioning Afrobeat singers, nobody's calling the so-called legends in Nigeria. The young white guy you're seeing, the young black European guy you're seeing, they're talking about Ashake, Rema, Ashake, Rema. Some of them, you ask them if they know Davido, they only know I'm unavailable. Some of them, if you ask them if they know Wizkid, they probably don't know. Most of them know Burna Boy. There was a club I went to in Germany, and the guy was playing. Any Afrobeat he wants to play, it's only Burna Boy. I went to go and ask him, so guys, the only Burna Boy you know from Africa, because it was just too much. So what am I trying to say? You're probably thinking your time is over, or maybe you're not thinking that. You're probably saying, hey, I wanted to start this thing, because I know you wanted to start doing this thing 5 or 6 years ago. As I speak to you, I speak to me. You're probably saying, if I had started that time, I would have gone far now. Yes, you would have. But what if this is your time? Anytime you wake up is your morning. God knows how to restore the years. God knows how to make it look like you didn't waste that time. God can give you all that you could have earned in the past 10 years, and He can just give it to you in 1 year. He can even do it in 1 day for some people, some purposes. So don't think, God, I'm just 23 subscribers. When am I ever going to get to this 1,000 subscribers? You'll get there, and it will be like a dream. I've noticed that getting 1,000 subscribers may seem like a challenge because your anticipation is really high. But after a while, the subscribers just keep growing on their own. I haven't done anything on my account to warrant the new 600 subscribers I just got. I don't know, I'll just sleep and wake up in the midnight. I've gotten like 50 more people. I'll show you the stats. And it's just that you will get there. Don't think it's over. I saw a movie where a married couple in their 50s were talking about the next 30 years. And I said to myself, wait, how old am I? That means if that married couple wants to adopt a child now, they can adopt a child and watch that child grow till that child is my age. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Most people in their 50s think it's over, but these people in their 50s are saying, are we just going to sit down here and watch TV for the next 30 years? And what if they are even going to live up to 90, up to 100? So we're also in a generation, in a world where you don't need to match your age to achievement anymore. We're not there anymore. And the youngest this to do this, the youngest that to do that. It's good, it's cute, but the question is, does it mean if you're not that age and you achieve that, it's not worth celebrating? It is still worth celebrating. I always told myself I wanted to get my PhD by the age of 30. When I was even much younger, when I was 21, there was this guy that was liking me, that was dating me in quote, and he was 24 and he had his PhD. And we just had that dream that, okay, by 25 I would have my PhD. Did it happen? No. I changed the dream again. I said, okay, by 30. But no matter how I decide, or when I decide I want to do this, the moment I get that surge, the moment I get that move, that push, the moment I feel like I'm ready, you might think that, oh, it's the devil that's been holding me down. Of course, maybe it's the devil that's been holding a person down. Maybe thinking, oh, maybe I need a new camera. It's the camera that's been holding me down. Maybe I need a new tripod that's been holding me down. Maybe I need a new background. But the moment you decide to move, whether you agree or not, that is the moment that God wanted you to move. Whenever you say, I'm moving, that's the moment God wanted you to move. That's your time. That's your moment. That is your opportunity. That is when your audience is waiting for you. That is when your world is waiting for you. And you sent me a video today where you talked about living according to the way it feels for you. And I've been pushing myself. And all this while I was pushing myself, I was excited to achieve. I was excited to be where I was. I was excited to get this next step. But there was also something in me that was looking at the way my parents would see me and be proud. That feeling of I want to make my parents proud. I want to make my parents proud. It was there. It gave me fulfillment. It gave me a push. And even when I did feel like it, I wanted to do it because I want to make my parents proud. Like, I started realizing that my parents weren't asking for this. Yes, they would be proud, but they weren't stressing about this the way that I was stressing myself, the way that it was affecting my health, the way that it was affecting my sleep, the way it was affecting my ability to, just do things for myself, relax. And so I chosen to relax on certain things. But the day I decide I want to go back to do this, that is God's moment. I'll be looking for a job, looking for an opportunity, been applying, getting tired, But the day you get that job and it clicks, even if it's after 6 years, that was God's moment for you. The same thing too for marriage. People are thinking, who keeps saying, get married or have a child or so that you be alive when children are growing? Who told you you are going to die now? Who told you to just go and inseminate yourself by anybody just because you want to have a child? Who told you you are dying now? Who told you you won't live to see your grandchildren? Who told you that? Who told you to push yourself to do what you don't want to do just because you don't want people to say? If personally you feel like you want to have a child and you want to have the child by anybody at all, that's fine, that's okay. But if the motive is so people will, so that my parents can, you're not doing it for you, you're not going to feel good about it in the end, then don't do it. So again, I want to say, I'm not putting pressure on you to do this. Whenever you decide you want to do it, it's God's time that has come, and you will be right on time for your audience, for your generation, for the people that will appreciate what you bring. Do you think that if Fela was singing now, anybody would care what he's saying? I think if Fela was singing, it would just be like, it would just be some kind of noise. It might trend, but for the wrong reasons. So you're just in time for your generation. I listen to some songs from the olden days. Some are very great, and some I'm like, now if you sing this thing now, this won't make any sense. Like Will Smith rap now. Just imagine Will Smith rapping and like a lick a chow, and nick a chow, and nick a chow. Right now in 2024. Just imagine him coming out to rap this now. Now that we've seen Eminem, now that we've seen 50, now that we've seen Nicki Minaj, now that we've seen Alex D in his gospel, now that we've seen Lecrae, then you will not come and do, I want to go to school. The day where they work, I come, they go. Oh, no, no. Nobody, nobody will pay attention to it. I even just sounded like Tony Thriller. You just come and sing that one now. You're just in time for your generation. You're just in time for your audience. You're just in time for the people that will appreciate you, for the brands that will endorse you. You're just in time for the people that will value you. So don't worry, don't panic, don't fret. My sister asked the question when Tems got her Grammy, and my sister said, how do you think Tiwa is feeling now? Because she's been in the industry for long. And Tems just came out when? And she just said, you don't need no other body. She didn't even use fine voice. And she got a Grammy. How do you think Tiwa is feeling? My sister just said that, asked me that in the morning after the Grammy. And I said to her, I said, Tems is in her time and she reached her audience at the right time. Tiwa was in her time in a different generation. In Tiwa's generation, it wasn't easy to get 1 million followers on Instagram. In Tems' generation, it's easy for someone to just get 2 million followers on Instagram if they're viral. So the thing is, there is more international appreciation of African music now than there was in Tiwa's time. The appreciation is bigger now, is wider now, is vast, it's massive, it's global. And Tiwa didn't have that. It's like maybe in my secondary school now, they now allow everyone to grow their hair from JS1 to SS3. And it wasn't fair because my sister's hair, we all cut our hairs before we got to school. Am I going to now go back to secondary school and say, look, I don't like the way that when I was here, people made me to cut my hair. I don't think it was fair. I think I deserve to keep my hair. No, it's gone. It's past. That was the time. That was the rule at the time. This is their luck. This is their opportunity. And the same thing is what applies now to your life, your career, and what you want to do. The moment you decide, I want to do this, it's your luck, it's your time, it's your opportunity. The right people will be waiting for you. Take care, bye. 14 minutes. Oh god, no. And I was repeating, and someone has told me once, you repeat like a grandma. I'm like, sorry, I just feel like maybe you didn't get that and I'm repeating it. So Yeah, before it prolongs again. Bye.